It is a gloomy day here in Northern California. Well, it's probably gloomy everywhere in the United States right now, but we are in the car, so that means we are getting out of the house, which is great. That's a rarity these days. Anyway, today we are doing a very exciting video. I'm actually very nervous about it, even though it's like a very positive, good thing that we're doing today. We are going to be attempting minimal waste grocery shopping. Now, I don't think I'm at the point in my lifestyle yet that I could even attempt to be zero waste. Although I do find those kind of videos fascinating because it always gives me good ideas for how I can be more sustainable and create less waste. I'm constantly trying to be better and be more sustainable and find better ways to be more sustainable. And I think one of the ways that I could really improve upon is my grocery waste, and not just throwing away food, which I absolutely hate doing, but also the packaging that goes along with that food. It's pretty hard to be zero waste, but hopefully this video inspires you to just be a little bit more conscious about the plastic that we're purchasing. One of my biggest pet peeves is when grocery stores will package their produce in plastic, like pre-package it for you. So today is just an experiment. I know I'm gonna buy packaging, that's just a given, but we're gonna try to buy as little as possible just to see what I can avoid at the grocery store, because every little bit helps. Every little decision that we make and every little change that we make helps. Obviously, bringing the reusable grocery bags, these are some of my favorites because I can bundle them up really, really small and they fit in my bag. Another thing I love is my reusable produce bags. I think the mesh is fine enough on these bags that I can actually use these in the bulk section, which we will be going to a store with a very decent bulk section to pick up things like rice and whatnot. So before we head out to the grocery store, I just want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of different kinds of classes, from things on business to design, pretty much anything to fuel your hobbies or your career. It's also great for creators if you want to get into social media or YouTubing or anything of the sort, be a creator, also just creative types like art stuff. It's a great resource for that. One of the classes that's really inspired me to be more creative is a class called Drawing on Everything, Discovering Your Creative Voice. I've been really needing new outlets for creativity, and I feel like this class just gives me so many amazing different ideas. Skillshare, of course, is giving away a 2-month unlimited access trial to anyone that clicks on the link in the description box down below, and then after that, an annual membership costs only around $10 a month. So we're going to be hitting up 2 different stores today, and I picked these stores specifically because I want this video to be accessible to a lot of people and like reach a lot of people, and I just don't think Whole Foods and like specialty stores are a good place to start, because I want to, well, actually that is a good place to start if you want to do that. It's just pricey. I just didn't want to focus on the specialty stores like Nugget and Whole Foods and things like that, because I want it to be something that's doable for everyone, and like to prove that there are options out there at places like Walmart. So I'm gonna go to Walmart. And then the other place we're going to go to is a store called Winco. I don't know if it's, you know, nationwide or if it's just on the West Coast or what, but their bulk section is really, really nice. The whole store is really affordable. If you're near a Winco, you need to go check it out. It's kind of like a discount store but without the membership. Anyway, so I'm gonna challenge myself to buy mostly minimal waste grocery items from Winco and Walmart. We're gonna see what happens, and of course I'll be doing a grocery haul at the end of this. Now that Ryan is also buying things, so his stuff's not part of the video. Although I am encouraging him to buy minimal waste as well, but it's not technically like part of this haul. Okay. Things like cauliflower and carrots are completely packaged in plastic. I think Walmart might have cauliflower in like their produce that I can just put in a bag, but not at Winco. It's all packaged in plastic. So Winco also has this little section where you can do your own like nut butters. So there's peanut butter, cashew, almond butter, and then there's like oils and honey that you can buy in bulk here, which is so cool. Liquid aminos even, apple cider vinegar. You like bring your own containers instead of using their plastic ones here. This looks yummy. Lentil rice blend. They have the most random things like cheese sauce, hummus mix, just everything. They even have salt, like different kinds of salt. They have dried hibiscus flower. Okay, so we're gonna leave the produce and the bulk section, which is the easiest part to shop zero waste or minimal waste. So we're gonna move on to the rest of the store, all the packaged goods, and see what we can find. I don't have that much faith that we're gonna find a lot over there. So cheese is going to be my biggest struggle trying to buy because all of it is wrapped in some kind of plastic. I don't even think there's cheese that you can buy without plastic. So guys, they have Beyond at Winco. $5? I mean, it's packaging and it's very like frostbitten. Should I even bother? Are recyclable, so getting a can of tomatoes. So pretty much everywhere, every other section is just all packaging. Like this is almost super defeating. Nothing has no packaging. Like everything is packaged in plastic. Like literally everything. It's very defeating. We could not do a whole grocery trip as minimal waste or zero waste. So Walmart might be even more difficult. Can I just not buy cauliflower out of its packaging? I thought that I might be able to. Okay, so now we're back home and it's time to do the grocery haul. And before I get into it, it was very defeating because, well, first of all, my camera died in Walmart. That's why there's nothing really in Walmart. But it was very defeating. Everything has plastic and it's really, really hard to be like plastic free. And not all plastic, of course, is terrible. Because it can be recycled, some of it, but most plastics that you purchase do not get recycled, so I don't like risking that, so just avoiding plastic altogether is ideal. So we'll start with Winco, and we'll start with the non-packaged items that I picked up. So we got a few onions. I prefer red onion, Ryan prefers white. We didn't bag these, didn't need to bag these, so we got some onions. I did consolidate some of the produce into some bags because we ended up running out of these produce bags and we still had Walmart to go to, so I consolidated in the car, just put them together. This is persimmons and jalapenos. We got a bunch of potatoes. Sometimes in the past I would purchase the bags of potatoes because for the price and convenience of it all, it's easy, but they do have bulk potatoes in most grocery stores that you can just buy individual potatoes. Obviously that's more ideal if you use like a reusable bag to store them in. It's just like making your own bagged potato bag. I don't know if the deal or price point is just as good. Got a couple pomegranates because they're in season along with the persimmons. Love fall fruits. And then I got a bunch of this lentil rice mix. So I love these produce bags because they obviously hold grains. It's kind of shedding a little bit, but they hold grains, pastas, anything in the bulk section like this. Obviously not spices and things. And that's it for non-packaged items. So as far as packaged goods, we got a couple cans, which, you know, can be recycled. I'm not sure on how easily recycled aluminum and like metal and things like that are. So we got some black olives, we have some fire roasted tomatoes. I like to make Mexican quinoa a lot, so I like to have this. We have a ton of beans already. Pepe is walking on some paper right now. We already have a ton of beans, so I didn't pick up any canned beans, but usually that's a go-to. Butter's a hard one. They do have the butter sold in foil, but I like vegan butter, so vegan butter pretty much only comes in plastic from what I know of, so that comes in some packaging. Thing of cheese. I got the big kind because in my mind it was, I don't know, we use a lot of cheese. So I just got a big thing of cheese. Packaging. Frozen corn. Packaging. They had a really good price on Beyond Burgers there, so of course there's packaging here. Okay, now let's move on to the Walmart stuff. Again, I'll start with the things that are non-packaged or I think okay packaging, and I have my reasons for it. First, I just got a couple artichokes. Obviously, they have a lot of produce that doesn't come in packaging. They did not have any bulk mushrooms though, so I didn't buy any mushrooms because there's just a lot of plastic and packaging on that. Got a couple avocados. Obviously, don't need to bag those. And that's it for no packaging. I know. I did get a tin of honey roasted almonds, and then I got a new salad dressing that comes in this glass jar that I could actually reuse. So I might reuse this for doing my own pickles. I like to make my own pickles now, pickled onions as well. Just anything I can use like in the fridge, I can put in this glass jar. So it is good to buy it if you think you're going to reuse it. Glass isn't always the best option, but I think it is better than plastic. So I also got a thing of cuties or mandarins. This is one of my favorite fruits in the winter because they're in season, they're super fresh. Obviously lots of plastic. Salad is very hard to buy without packaging as well. So we got some baby arugula and baby spinach salad. I did pick up a couple kinds of teas. How are these packaged? I was really curious on how the Lipton packages their teas. Frozen edamame is one of my favorite snacks. Don't know how to buy it other than wrapped in plastic. So, can you see a trend here? This is a failure of a video. Trust me, I know. I had to do it. I had to get the cauliflower wrapped in plastic. It's one of my favorite vegetables lately to roast. So, unfortunately, I could not find it at either store not wrapped in plastic. So, that has packaging on there. And then lastly, I got a pizza, which is completely unnecessary and probably I shouldn't have done it. But this pizza is really good, guys. It is Amy's roasted vegetable. There's no cheese on it. It's vegan. It's literally one of the best pizzas frozen pizzas I've ever eaten. So I wanted to get that. So I just want to say that it is very difficult to shop at these, what I call like normal stores, just your average stores that, you know, a lot of people have access to. It's really hard to shop there without purchasing a lot of plastic. So, and I don't think it should all come down onto the individual consumer, because even when you try to make an effort, it's just very difficult. It's not impossible, but it's very difficult, and not everyone is going to be committed to that kind of lifestyle. So it doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing. You don't have to be zero waste or not care at all. I think it really is about making just better decisions and just being more conscious about what you're purchasing and what you're throwing away. I think one of my biggest tips is to learn how to cook, because when you can make things from scratch, you don't have to purchase these prepackaged things. Obviously, there are certain things that you're going to have to purchase in packaging, but when you know how to make certain things from scratch or make things at home, you don't have to make or buy the packaged item of that thing. I think shopping in the bulk section as much as you can for your pastas and rices and oats and whatever. I mean, Winco literally had everything there that you could possibly want to buy in bulk. I think even just making small changes, like making sure you always bring your own bags and you purchase some reusable produce bags, I think make a huge difference. There are companies that are attempting to do better. Trader Joe's does have biodegradable produce bags. However, if you go to their, you know, produce section in the refrigerated section, they have like zucchinis wrapped in plastic packaging. So yeah, I don't even know if this video was that helpful. This was just an experiment for me, and I learned a lot, and I was very frustrated. I was very defeated in the stores because I was like, do I even continue this video? Because what's the point? Like it's basically just like normal grocery trips. Like there's really nothing new. There's still plastic everywhere. How is this like better than my other grocery hauls? You know, like it's not. So at least you can see that like you're not alone. It's hard. just try, I guess, make an effort as best you can with what you have available to you. And there's always other ways that you can be good and do better as well. If you guys have any tips or suggestions or stores or anything like that that you like to shop minimal waste at, please let me know and share some tips, please. I think we all need it. I'm very new to this whole idea. Clearly this was kind of a fail, but I tried my best, and hopefully, you know, that's better than not trying at all, right? Also, make sure you check out Skillshare down below, and thank you again for sponsoring this video. Anyway, share your tips. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.